And hello again, everyone, and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator. And after the hour-and-a-half Art Deco house, we have a few palette cleansers today. We can start washing the dog car for $100 and the Billboard for $500. I think we can get both of these done fairly quickly today. Welcome to the big time. Don't know if you remember that classic film from back in the day, Driving Me Nuts, about the car with the haunted steering wheel? Sure you do. Well, I was in it. Only a kid then, of course, but recently I got to thinking that it's due a reboot. And I bought not just Esther's original vintage car, but also the rights to the entire Driving Me franchise. We're starting with Driving Me Barking, a car about gets imbued with the consciousness of an unruly puppy. We've just filmed the pivotal scene where it digs up a bone, and now we need it cleaning for tomorrow's set piece at the dog grooming salon. All right, so is this going to be right here at our place? Yes, indeed. And I don't think we need the extension, so we can go ham on the car. Don't mind him, he can't bark or bite. Well, I wasn't too worried about that, but thanks for your vote of confidence. I suppose he could run you over, though, so be gentle with him, lols. Well, I will be gentle as I can with high-pressured water. It makes me wonder if this car has something else that we haven't seen. Yeah, we'll get the ears done while we're here. And for $100, this seems to be a nice turnaround. It's definitely a nice change after that massive Art Deco house that we did. It's good to get back to the simple things. Right along the outside here, make sure the ear is nice and good. And we'll go ahead and start with the roof, or the woof, as it were. Yeah, this should be fairly easy, I would say. Although, one thing we learned from the restroom is that appearances can be deceiving. If there's more to this car than meets the eye, we'll have to tackle that as we come to it. Never would have guessed this thing had a white roof. It certainly did dig up its bone. All right, so that's the rooftop done. Probably have to do the side frames here. And I imagine right behind the back window might be classified as roof as well. Yeah, we've got door frames right along the A post. So that's classified as door frame. The B pillar, probably door frame. So that's the boot. Trunk. Aha. Don't forget to wash behind those ears. He loves that. Well, I already did, my man. So that's rear window. I thought we would have the roof pretty much done. Let's go work from the top to the bottom. Spray the side and then see what is left over. All right, cool. Then we'll get the mirrors. This reminds me I should probably wash my own car before winter comes. Tell you, winter sucks when it comes to keeping your car clean, that is for sure. All right, hey, I'll tell you right now, this film's going to break all records. Well, I hope it does for you. Hope it does well. But don't worry, I won't spoil it for you. Well, I don't know what there is to spoil when it comes to a movie about a sentient car and dog. Kind of reminds me of the Herbie series. All right, so let's go ahead and get the tail. That's all class. Okay, so that was classified as tail separate. Of course, the tail's going to make it really inconvenient to hit the back window. But we are all good. All right, so roof has been taken care of. Tail shouldn't be too awful difficult. So, Cardigan, that's the dog's name, gets into a series of scraps. I thought you weren't going to spoil it for me, dude. It all starts in an epic car chase involving a monster truck that looks like a cat. We got through so many fence panels filming that bit, lols. Well, that's all well and good, my man. A monster truck that looks like a cat. Which isn't too far out of the realm of reality. There was, what was it, El Toro or whatever, the monster truck that looked like a bull? So it's certainly not out of the realm of expectation that there would be a monster truck that looks like a cat. Then he digs up a bone, but not just any bone. It's an evil bone. Or it's the bone of an evil time traveler that got stuck in the distant past and became really angry about it. Okay. Go on. I was going to say, now you got me interested. The time traveler's bone wants to get to Esther's car so it can be reunited with its consciousness. The Cardigan just wants to gnaw away at it. I mean, as you do, he's a dog. All right, exhaust. There we go. We'll save the tires for last. Sort of detail them up. The whole film ends when three cars chasing each other off the cliffs at Power Falls. Well, that's a sad story. Possibly the greatest climax in cinematic history. Well, my man, the climax isn't supposed to be the end. There's supposed to be a resolution. You can't just climax at the end. Well, I suppose you can, but... the cars are going to be write-offs, though, so we better get that one right the first time or else, lols. Yeah, I would say you don't have 30 or 40 backup cars to go through filming. I think this trim is about done. License plate, bumper. So the bumper needs some more work, eh? Maybe along the top or bottom. There we go, bumper good. 91%. Oh, front body. Forgot that little corner there. And then the trim needs it. All right, so we'll do a lap around the trim. Cool, there was the door. There's the trim. And I think all that's left are the tires. Hubcap good. Yeah, so we got a bumper left to do, the tires and hubcaps. Man, that tire is grody. To come around the backside. All right, tire done. I tell you, after that Art Deco house, we needed a job like this. That we could get through, get paid, and move on. All right, so front bumper needs it. We'll go ahead and take care of the front bumper. Yeah, right on the underside, nice. So bumpers are good. Now it's just tires and hubcaps. And the dog car will be complete. And then we have the Billboard mission to do right after. Because it's like, I don't know how long I've been recording, but certainly not an hour and a half like that Art Deco house was. All right, hubcap's done. Now it's just the tire. All right, complete any job using the adaptable nozzle. Outstanding. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, nice and quick. And what's funny, I'm sure there's a sort of a time limit of the replay. So an hour and a half gets crammed in really quick, but you could sort of see the progress of the dog. Now that's why I call silver screen service. We're on our way to the dog grooming salon. It's going to be utter carnage. Thinking about it, maybe we should have filmed them the other way around. Oh well, live and learn, eh? See you around? Probably sooner than you think. P.S. Cardigan says, woof lols. All right, so we'll continue. And we have the Billboard on the Maua I-2 highway in Lubra City. Dirt Finder. It appears both of us are going up in the world. I have become the new mayor of Caldera County in its entirety. While you are to watch my flagship billboard 30 feet above the interstate due south of Lubra City, inadvertently dirtied by a process that doesn't concern you. Oh, I'm sure. I must confess to still harboring grave concerns as to your character, but I remain committed to your sublimity as a power washer. It would be remiss of me not to exploit the talents of someone when it's within my powers to do so. Much obliged, JJ the 13th. All right, we'll go ahead and start that job. Is this anywhere near the volcano, perhaps? All right, so we got two massive scaffolds. Can we move? Yes, we can move the massive scaffolds. And can we get up there? Okay, so this one is how we can get up there. All right, cool. So let's start from the top. Oh, don't fall down in a hole. All right. What? Place where? Do we place it on a rail and... Oh, that is cool. Oh, well, it threw me off, but yeah, now I got it. Now I got it. Let's get up here. Boop. Outstanding. So this looks, yeah, this is a job for Pizza Pan. The Billboard top beam. And then I don't know with that, I know we've had our run-ins in the past, but I think it's time we let water pass under the bridge, or in this case, over the highway. Yeah, I don't know if that support is going to stop us from washing under its corner. If it's that set. Like, does that really exist? We might be okay. Yeah, we might have to go on the edges of the top beam. Because I think we're all set here. And this is going to be very precarious. Do we... I don't know if we power wash from the... Yeah, we can kind of get the edge right along here. There we go. So Billboard top beam there. We'll come back up the other way. All right, so that's all set. And then very gingerly, very precarious. I don't like heights. We'll come right along this outside edge here. And I think we just have to go back through here. It's really caked on. All right, so the top beam. Hey, did we get the edge here? So that's the side pane. We want to make sure that the top beam is taken care of before we move down. And that's still not it. All right. So that's a frame. Place it on that side. Okay, so the underside of it was clean. All right, up we go. There we go. So under the lip, got it. Good use of tools, that's for sure. Thankfully, they had those tools. That is some straight up caked up dirt. That is crazy. How pronounced that line is. But we got it. Then we'll get right along the edge here. Maybe have to go to the other side. All right, so we'll hop up there. Oh, that's nice. That's fluid. I like that. Yeah, we'll put that right there. Whee! Self-snapping, away we go. Yeah, you can't be too much dirty. For crying out loud. Let's see, do we... Is this dirty? Probably the other side. Whoops. Did we not? Oh, it's over here. Okay. All right, let's get under. Really focus fire. Whew! Complete a washing task while abselling. So that's what you call this, huh? Didn't have a clue. Yeah, so this is just going to be backwards and forwards. The sides are going to be interesting. I think that's where we're going to need our scaffolding. All right, top billboard frame done. Billboard advertisement. Yeah, it's just really back and forth. Obviously, this advertisement is going to be the bulk of the work here. Cool. So the advertisement plaque. Let's get on this underside here and get the plaque done. Nice. Now, I haven't seen a billboard that sort of has a plaque sticking off of it. Oh, the stars are also, huh? Okay, so advertisement stars are already good. Good, good, good. Hello, owl. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to come back with the scaffolds to hit the outside edges. And is each one of those letters probably needing to be clean with all the nooks and crannies? Yeah, advertisement letters. Yeah, I could see for $500. Like, it's not involved. It's definitely a process, but it's not a difficult process. A lot of back and forth. Then we'll just have to get the back side of it before we move down. Yeah, let's make sure all of our letters are taken care of so we don't have to go back up and forget them. All right, cool. All right, so that's all those letters done. Town of the Year. I don't know who the voting authority is on that. What award did they get, or, you know, who declared them Town of the Year, but more power to them. Yeah, this is the stuff, man. Just back and forth, nice and clean. I wish we could kind of go a little bit back. Can we widen up our stance still? Oh yeah. We can widen up our stance quite a lot. So a peacock, raccoon, alpaca-ish thing, maybe dog, owl. And we got a goat, duck, horse, vulture, rabbit, Spongely, Suds East, Pumpton, Power Falls, Muckingham, Detergento, Fermold, Bucketon, Lubricity, Washingham, and Sparkleton. And I wonder if each one of those towns is represented by one of these animals. Could be. Yeah, before we get down to the platform, we'll get the backside of the billboard as well. The advertisement background is almost done. Yeah, the front frame. So does all this count for front frame? It does indeed look like it. A little bit grody on the advertisement background. We'll fix that up. I imagine the underside. Crap. Where is there dirt on the advertising background? Let's see if we can find it real quick. Not using the dirt finder, because I would not have a dirt finder in real life. Now, if this is, you know, taking me forever, then I will concede. If I want to do this the right way. We're in the gravy. Is this last bit of dirt? There we go. Cool. All right, so that is the front frame. That's done. Yeah, so it's got to be on these sides. So as long as the front is taken care of, we can get the scaffolding to get the rest. I think we're all set there. All right, so let's swap over to the back. Whoops. Yeah, we'll just hop on over. Works for me. All right, what do we got? Yep. More of the same. So rear frame, top, and then the backing. Looks like the backing is in several sections, so that's a little bit easier to handle. Come on, rear frame. What? There you go. You're gonna say, what's your issue? Everyone heard about this new Town of the Year comp? Well, I mean, just now with this billboard. Muck's gonna win for surezies. 100%. What other town has a statue that fires a beam from its pineal gland into a dormant volcano for seemingly no reason? Oh, I'm sure there's a reason. Well, not anymore, eh, Percy? Yeah, because that jewel was stolen. Muckingham started as a hamlet for the dung collectors of a pumpkin stable. We've come a long way. Once again, the old person talking in all caps. All right, cool. So this, yeah, should be the last of the billboard panel. Get the brace. Very cheeky brace. All right, then we'll continue on. Cool. So we got that. Got the brace, nice. I see that. We've got that done. Now we'll keep on keeping on. So that's good. Got that one. Yeah, I like these kind of jobs. You can really just get your flow going in your system. And luckily our pressure washer is enough to get it at its widest angle and still get all the dirt and grime off. And then the sides are going to be fairly easy, I would think. We just have to get a scaffold over to it before we work on the platform. Cool. Got that. Got that. Oh. What's up with this rear panel? There we go. There we go. Gonna say the brace did not cooperate with us, but it did. All right. Yeah, I think this is the last section of the backing. And then I don't know if I want to do the sides, the edges, before we get to the platform. Probably. That way we can basically say everything from the platform down needs to be done. Everything from the platform up is good. So can we get... Cool. I was going to say, can we get all of the backing done? And we can indeed. All right, right down to the edge. And then we can hit the bottom edge once we're doing the platform. That's all taken care of. All right, so the Billboard frame itself also continues around. So I think we are all set here. Yeah, we would just need to do the edges. Yeet. So let's get the... Yeet. Scaffolds on the side. Can we see it from there? Hopefully. Oh, so it's got its own ladder, and that's going to be really inconvenient. Let's grab that extension up. Nice. Love how that worked out. Oh, right down the side. Thank you, extension, for being awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the stairwell, or the ladder, as it were. That way we can complete this side, and then we'll have to come from the top down to get all the gubbins that we can't get from this angle. I'm not sure to pull the extension yet or not. Oh, that is grimy. That's caked on. Okay. We're gonna have to soap those up. Yeah. Or do we? I think we're good. So we get some power back by taking off the extension, and we can get those stair rungs. Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of going rung by rung, I think. And it's a ladder as a whole. Nope, up you go. Yeah, pretty much. In its face, there we go. Yeah, really tough nooks and crannies to get. Pretty much hitting it at point blank. Oh, and the plate is also... Man, tell you what. So I guess we'll work on the ladder if we can. That's going to be really difficult to get these inside plates. We would have to get them from the scaffold, I would think. A little bit of tricksy planning, and then we got to hit it with the extension. All right, I think that is good. I can stand up a bit. Shoo. Definitely watch your angles. Oh. Right up the side as well. Please be good, ladder. Yeah, we might have to go. Nice, so ladder's good. Now we just need this back plate. That is tricksy, man. Alright, so we can't have the extension. Just kind of pour water at it. Thank you. Okay. Not too bad. Alright, so that's this side done. And then I think we would need this side. Oh, no, not another one. Alright, let's get on over, get this scaffold moved. And then that scaffold's definitely for the underside. Whew. Are we okay with wildlife around here? Is that the volcano there? I think it might be. All right. Extension. Widen it up. We'll get everything we can from the side. As much of the plate as we can from this angle. That plate is the trickiest one for sure. All right. I don't think we need the extension now. We'll lock in and get the side rungs of the ladder. Now we'll hit the extension up. Grab the billboard side, or the frame. And did we hit the frame on the other side? I cannot remember. Okay, so that's, yeah, it's singular. Cool. And we'll get the inside of the ladder. All right, cool. Other side. We can also hit the billboard frame while we're here. Cool. And then we can come down and do the rungs. All right. Easy does it here. All right, cool. Now we're on the ladder. Just get everything I can as I can get it. Okay. I don't know if there's like a mini. Maybe my first power washer won't need so much room to deploy. All right, so that's the plate done. Cool, that's ladder done. Very forgiving. I like that. All right, so now we got underside of this and this top platform here, and then I think we can work our way down. So let's start with the railings here. And these railings are going to be tough from the outside. It would definitely be a scaffold situation. We can at least get the inside of these rails and possibly work on the underside of the billboard itself. Up, Jefferson's. So what do you think of my Town of the Year initiative? Might be good for competition. Nothing like a dose of healthy competition to unite a community. Well, it depends on how competitive your citizens are. If they take offense to losing, then you're going to have like a mutiny on your hands. But I'm sure nothing like that will happen, right? Yeah, getting those lights are going to be interesting as well. All right, so that's the inside edge of the upper row. For experimentation purposes. I don't know if this is going to shoot water on the backside of the rail. Oh, no, no, no. Well, now that I know I could have used that. Let me out of here. All right, so post done. We can get into the middle. Yeah, hopefully we can hit it from just two sides and we don't have to, like, go along the top of those railings. But if we can possibly, you know, get both sides from the top here, I don't know if that's actually... Stop it! You know what? I'm going to unhook you. If we can actually get the whole bar from the top, probably not, because then there'll be the underside too. Yeah, let's just go from two sides. Should be fine. What it wouldn't give for like a wrapping sort of situation where like you could wrap a washer around the pole and then just go down the whole length and get the whole outside. That would be awesome. Yeah, trapdoor is going to be inconvenient. As far as the angles are concerned, but we're good. Cool. that leaves just one post here. And with our scaffold here already, we might try to do the outside bits of this railing while we're here. Let's hop over here. Nice, got that railing post done. And then this will be a good test to see if we can get an entire rail from just front and back. Possibly not. I bet the underside is going to pose an issue. Which wouldn't be bad because we can squat on the platform. See, I would say it's the underside that's going to cause trouble. Test that theory out. Yeah, cool. So we can hit it from the bottom and front. So that's what I'll go ahead and do. We'll do a lap where we hit the underside of these posts, so we don't have to worry about doing them later. And this is $500. Basically, 5 dog cars. Nope, stop it. So 5 dog cars worth. I don't think our time or our labor costs are the same between these two jobs. Now, I actually got that top bar done completely. But yeah, the lower needs some work. Yeah, the top bar's done. How about that? But labor cost per hour between the dog car job and this job is definitely a disparity. But considering what we can tell from the mayor, that tracks. That we weren't going to get paid a reasonable rate for his billboard job. Alright, so let's be mindful of the trapdoor. The lights are going to be interesting as well. Yeah, it's just from the front. In a perfect world, we could get the bars done from the underside. Alright, over this trapdoor here. Alright, so that's undersides done. And hopefully the water reached around enough that we can do from the front. So what I'll do, let's try to do these lights from this side. That way when I move the scaffold over, we could hit sort of everything up from one direction. That light arm. Yeah, we would have to come from the lower side. All right, we good there? Yeah, I think everything else needs to be reached from the back. These intricate angles are going to pose a massive challenge. Then we'll head over here. Trapdoor. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think this is longer than a $500 job. All right, cool. Away from that trapdoor. I think we're actually standing on the rail now. While we're here, can we be cheeky and just run the upper? Yes, we can. Can't run the lower. But at least that part's done. Nice. Perch like Spider-Man. All right, now can we get the upper on this side? Nice. Oh, and we got the lower from the spray. Not gonna say no to that. Oh yeah, this upper was already done. Nope, let go of it. So we would have to get... All right, so this upper's done. That lower is done. That lower needs some help. Can we do something like this? And just walk along the... Ooh, very precarious. All right, so we got that lower. All right, so yeah, upper and lower good. Upper... Lower good. Upper. Lower needs a little bit. Nice. I was going to say, can we get cheeky and just sort of go on the edge? And we could. So there's the upper and lower. Nice. So I think we're ready for the platform here. The underside of the billboard. Now we'll get the billboard frame. Then we'll get the middle section there. Cool. Now this back frame. This is where I think the extension would come into play. This is doing a really good job anyway, so I'm not complaining. We can pretty much hit it straight on. Nice. So that is that. Now we've got the middle sections here to do. We'll cut in. All right, so yeah, the plate does go through the whole kit and caboodle. So we'll do section by section here. And then we'll do the columns after the fact. Cool. Oh, almost fell in a hole. Don't do that. Right, cut in here. We're set. And yeah, in a perfect world, we can just stand still and get the whole plate without moving. All right, cool. So now that is columns, I suppose. Mounting block. I don't know if we want to pull out our pizza pan, but this is cutting through in one pass. Pizza pan will definitely be used on the flooring, that is for sure. Possibly even the trap door, since that's nice and flat. So one column done. Be mindful of the harness, because I guarantee that harness is going to try to pull us in. And that should. Cool. Got that. And then we'll essentially be everything from the floor down. We'll use that other scaffold to get the dirt on the underside of the platform. Lights are going to be interesting to hit from that other side. Like so. All right, let's get out the pizza. Or let's get this trapdoor. Platform door, and that's cool to see the water running down that platform. Smooth metal, dirt shears on off. Now, if I had to make a guess, we're gonna need to come in from a funny angle to get the platform door top. So we got everything we could on that without actually being over there. All right. Work the border. Platform trim done. And then this corrugated steel, I imagine would be really awesome to get dirt off in real life. When you have something like this, just spouting all this water down. It's like a big old squeegee. All right, down we go. Cool. Yeah, we could just go back and forth. Real easy stuff. Get that trim as best we can. Now the floor looks to be huge as far as, you know, the dirt is concerned. Although we're not halfway yet. I think the trapdoor is halfway. So as long as we have half the dirt gone by the time we reach the platform door, we'll be on target. By the way, Dirt Finder, I need my cat back. So what's up with your cat? The photo ops are gearing up, and of course he'll be needed for my promotional tour of the country with his hat on. Oh, so he might be one of those chilling at our headquarters then. Oh yeah, the underside of the hatch. Hatching surround. We'll go ahead and get the hatching surround done. Yeek! Alright, so hatch surround, probably bottom. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, be mindful of... Yep, that's what I thought. Tell you what, move over here where it's clean so we don't have to mess with you no more. Cool. Alright. Nice and easy. Got under the platform done, so now the hatch can just be blasted from the side. It'll be interesting. What I can do is I can calculate our price per hour at $100 doing that dog car, and then $500 to do this, and see what our labor rate was between the two jobs. Luckily, we don't have to pay for the water we use, because that would be factored in heavy. Yeah, we'll just finish up this corner. Right, trim done. We'll just go back and forth here, get this all taken care of. That'll be platform floor done. And trim done. All right, how are we looking on the trim? So platform trim needs to be, yep, there we go. So platform done, trim done, trim done. Awesome. So I think now everything from here up is good. So now we can head down into the bowels and get this under. Oh, there is no bowels. Okay, so that is using this thing here. Let's go ahead and start where it is. See if we can get these lights taken care of. So that's that. Oh, that's cheeky. So we're going to have to come back with the big one to do that. All right, so that one's taken care of. Should be fine. Light arm good. Light good. So really all we have to do is scoot this one over then. All right, cool. Let's do that. We'll go ahead and get these lights while I think about it. I'll put you about right there. That'll allow us to get to the light. All right, so light arm and light are good. And then one more light right there. Cool. And then we can work on that underside flooring. Just like that. All right, so while we're here, so platform frame. Yeah, we'll work on getting the frame done. How much room do we got? Oh, not that much room at all. So this will help us. Once we move, we won't have as much to see. All right. One more shimmy to the left. All right, so underside panel is different from the frame. So we'll probably have to come up and under like we see right here. That's a pretty long range. I like it. Can we hit the backside? Yes, we can. So can we, just for shiggles, see if we can hit this whole underside panel with the extension from here? That would be intense. Probably not the lip, though. There's probably going to be some left over that we can't get to. Same for these beams. Yeah, systematically, it would probably be better for us to move the scaffold up and under. So we can basically pivot. Something like that. Because we got all this grody stuff here. So I wonder, so that's a different platform frame there. With this caked on stuff. Yeah, that's really rough. Okay, we can widen it up. Okay, that's another frame we can hit from the outside. All right, so while we're here, we'll hit this underside one more time. Get anything we may have missed earlier. We don't have a whole lot. There we go, variable with the super extension. Just get whatever bit of dirt we can. And that is rough. All right, cool. Just shooting a pizza pan right up top. Got it taken care of. Whew, okay. Don't think we need the extension. We might do. Let's just be systematic with this. Hit whatever we can. Back and forth. Nice and easy. Real respectable like. At least work on getting these beams. And then all we have to do is go to the outside edge and just hit those beams up. Is that mayor serious? He can't take Ulysses back? Does he even know about her kittens? I mean, I don't know about Ulysses's kittens. Really inconvenient swapping the extensions. Once we get all of this near side stuff done, we'll be okay. Might have to take the dang pizza pan on it and just blast it. All right, I think this is all the damage we can do from this vantage point. We'll shift over here. And all the hidden stuff that we couldn't hit before. Just need like a few more feet over. Okay, so pizza pan did the work there. But we still have a few more holdouts on this platform. Could be the front side there. All right, so that's the hatch done. There we go. Panel done, hatch done. I'm sure that ladder is going to be its own challenge. All right, so that frame's done. Yeah, we can hit up outside. It's like this is at kind of a weird angle where it turns. We go 90 degrees, we're just kind of slicing. All right, do we need the extension anymore? Probably not. Okay. Well, maybe. Let's work on this backside, get all of that done, so that when we pull the extension, we're set. And we might even be able to pizza pie this right above our head here. Yeah, there we go. Pizza pie it. All right, that's done, that's done. So it looks like from here, now all we have to do is outside frame. So let's go ahead and hop on the big one. Because once this frame's done, the underside is done. Cool. So frame, corners. So let's see if we can get the whole edge from one side. We might be able to with our extension. Not when we're falling down a hole, though. Cool, got that. So that will take care of that. Go, extension, go. Can we reach it? Kinda, maybe? Got it. Cool. One more move. That one's kind of in our way, but we'll make do. Our railing post good. That's good. We'll have to remember the railing post when we come to the other side. Oh, really? So what is up with that platform frame? Okay. All right, right out front. We already did that one, didn't we? All right, so I think this is just a matter of getting perhaps this central column Luckily, with our extension, we don't need to go ham. This would be really awesome for that pizza pan. Yeah, we could just wipe this thing down. Anchor bolts getting cleaned. We'll go up as high as we can on the base. The support column here. All right, now I think that just leaves the stuff through the ladder. Hopefully the ladder shouldn't be too difficult. All right, support column good. And then the next tricksy thing is the hatch lid. The very top of the hatch lid needs to be done. Which I'm surprised we don't have a heads up on the last few remaining things. We don't have that list up there saying we only have like 3 items left to clean. I figured like that hatch lid would be like one of the last things we do. Can we hit the ladder up with this? Nope. Okay. Oops. All right, support ladder done. Let's get the support base taken care of. And I imagine, let me guess, just like right along one of the edges. Yep. All right, so that's support base done. Okay, so it's pointing out. All right, so railing post is done. And yeah, this lid. Luckily, we positioned ourselves just fine. Oh, so hatch. Not only the hatch, but the hatch lid. All right, so the hatch hinge. Done. Platform underside beam and a platform railing post. All right, so that platform railing post is good. This one is not. Can we get cheeky? Yes, we can. Platform underside beam. All right, so that one there. Nice. I'm hoping this is peak cleaning. We're looking for someone to clean up our tea room over at Power Falls. All right, so a tea kettle house. $500 there. And yeah, that is nice. And then it just got kind of intricate. But yeah, that floor, very awesome. Sprayed through there, got the column, got the base. Dirt Finder. I'm sure we're both more than happy to forget everything that has happened and to forge an incredible future together side by side. Well, not side by side. I'll be in front and above. All right, continue. So that leaves, next time, the Teapot Tea Room at Great River National Park in Power Falls. Hey, Ulysses. So you have babies? The mayor wants you back. Bubbles. So, is Bubbles and Squeak Ulysses? children? I wonder. But there is our billboard. All done. Outstanding. And there's our dog car up in the corner as well. So next time, everyone, we are going to clean an oversized tea kettle here in Power Falls. Looking at our cash, we have $1,600. Looking at washer equipment, we've got a few light duties, the Prime Vista and the Urban UX1. We can move up to the medium duty. Provides a notable upgrade in the power washing experience for $1,000. We would have $600. That would be the soap nozzle we could do and the extension. We couldn't do the adaptable, so we would have to actually switch heads. Turbo nozzles we could get, though. So how much money is this tea kettle job worth? $750. So I think we do one more job, the teapot tea room. We get $750, and then we can look at some medium-duty washer equipment. We're way out of the range of heavy-duty stuff, but we might be able to even afford the Urban X2. Provides power comparable to heavy-duty washers, but at a cost to the area of effect. Or we could get a wider range, medium, for cheaper. I think that's what I'll do. Instead of doing the Urban, we'll have like a wider range with the Prime Vistas and then save up for the a heavy or professional duty. Yeah, that is crazy talk there. But next time, Tea Kettle House, then we'll improve our stuff. Everything should be awesome, and I'll see you then. But like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next Power Wash Simulator video. Take care.